A popular stallion may have hundreds of opportunities to sire a horse, but a mare has just 15 at best and often closer to 10. While most have a limited impact, some shape the breed in ways that echo through generations. In this list, we're diving into the top 20 most influential broodmares whose legacy has defined the future of horse racing. Ready to see the mares that changed the game? Let's jump. At number 20, we have Weekend Surprise. Born in 1980, this daughter of the legendary Secretariat not only had a respectable racing career, winning the Schuylerville, Goldenrod, and Pocahontas Stakes, but her true legacy unfolded in the breeding shed. She produced 14 foals, an astonishing 9 of whom became winners. Among them, 2 colts reached elite status: 1992 American Horse of the Year AP Indy and 1990 Preakness Stakes winner Summer Squall, making her one of the few mares to produce multiple American Classic winners. Her genetic influence extends through top sires like Honor Grades, Tiger Ridge, and Eavesdropper, ensuring her bloodline remains dominant in modern racing. Weekend Surprise's exceptional pedigree, tracing back to Buckpasser and Missy Baba, further cemented her reputation as a matriarch of champions. Many believe she carried the X-Factor heart gene, possibly inherited from Secretariat and passing through Lassie Dear, her dam. This genetic edge may explain the stamina and dominance seen in her progeny. Her influence echoes through broodmare grandsires like AP Indy, whose offspring have shaped the breed for decades. Crowned Kentucky Broodmare of the Year in 1992, Weekend Surprise continues to impact the sport, proving that her legacy extends far beyond the racetrack. At number 19, we celebrate Tussaud, a mare who defied expectations and became a cornerstone of modern bloodlines. Born in 1989, this daughter of El Gran Señor was a talented runner in her own right, winning stakes races in both Europe and the US, but it was in the breeding world where she truly shined. Tussaud made history by producing 5 individual Grade 1 winners, each by a different sire, a testament to her exceptional genetic influence. Among her standout progeny were Empire Maker, the 2003 Belmont Stakes winner and leading sire, and Chester House, a Group 1 winning talent who left a lasting stud legacy. Her daughters also carried her brilliance forward, with Honest Lady producing the Grade 1 winner and sire First Defense. Even Chiseling and Dekarshi, her other stakes-winning offspring, added to her broodmare legacy. Tussaud's ability to consistently produce elite-level performers across various bloodlines speaks volumes about her dominance in thoroughbred breeding. At number 18, we recognize Better Than Honor. Foaled in 1996, this daughter of Deputy Minister out of Blush with Pride carved out an extraordinary reputation as a producer of champions. While she showed promise on the track, winning the Demoiselle Stakes G2 and placing in multiple graded events, her influence as a broodmare was unparalleled. She produced 2 Belmont Stakes winners, Jazeel and Rags to Riches, the latter becoming the first filly to win the race in over 100 years. Her other offspring include Casino Drive, a Peter Pan Stakes winner, and Man of Iron, a Breeders' Cup marathon victor. Through her daughters, her legacy continues, as seen in Streaming, a Grade 1 winner, and Greatest Honor, a Holy Bull Stakes champion. Due to her exceptional broodmare success, she was sold for a world record $14 million in 2008. Solidifying her value as one of the greatest producers in history. Named a Rain Day Course mare, Better Than Honor's bloodlines run through elite modern sires, ensuring her influence endures. At number 17, Kind, a remarkable Irish-bred, British-trained thoroughbred, not just for her own racing accomplishments, but for her incredible influence as a broodmare. After retiring from racing, where she won 6 out of 13 races, Kind became one of Juddmonte Farm's most celebrated mares. Her crowning achievement was the foaling of Frankel, 2008, the undefeated legend who is widely regarded as one of the greatest racehorses in history. With a career that included 10 Group 1 victories, Frankel became a global phenomenon, winning £2,998,302 in prize money. Kind also produced several other successful foals, including Bullet Train, who served as Frankel's pacemaker, and Noble Mission, another top performer who won multiple prestigious races like the Tattersall's Gold Cup and Champion Stakes. In total, Kind's progeny carried on her legacy, with each of her first 5 foals winning at least 2 races, and many going on to become successful stallions and racehorses. Her other foals included Morpheus, Joyeuse, and Proconsul, and even her last foal, Kikuli, sired by Kingman, showed promising results. Kind's impact on thoroughbred breeding is undeniable, cementing her place as one of the most influential broodmares of the modern era. At number 16, we celebrate Hasili. Born in 1991, this French-bred mare, sired by Kahyasi and out of Karali, was a modest performer on the track, but became a legendary broodmare. Retiring to Judmonte Farms, Hasili quickly established herself as a breeder of elite-level performers, producing an unprecedented 5 Grade 1 winners, each a racing millionaire. Among her most notable progeny is Cacique, the Grade 1 winning son who excelled in Europe, and Champs-Élysées, a Group 1 winner who went on to sire top-class horses. Hasili also produced Banks Hill and Intercontinental, both of whom triumphed at the highest level, capturing multiple Group 1 victories and leaving a lasting legacy. Her Heat Haze was another standout, capturing several major stakes and becoming a key producer herself. Hasili's influence reached far beyond her immediate descendants, as her son Dansili became a leading sire in Europe, producing top performers such as Rail Link, who won the 2006 Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Hasili's bloodline also includes Deluxe and a filly by Empire Maker, further ensuring her lineage would leave an indelible mark on the sport. At number 15, we honor 8 Carat, holds a special place as one of the most extraordinary matriarchs in the history of Australasian racing. Though her racing career was unremarkable, failing to win in 5 starts in the late 1970s, her legacy as a broodmare is unparalleled. Sold for 9,400 guineas in 1979, 8 Carat went on to produce 5 individual Group 1 winners, including the iconic Octagonal, who became one of the most successful racehorses in Australian history, winning 10 Group 1s, including the prestigious Cox Plate and Chipping Norton Stakes. Alongside him, Mawawad, a winner of multiple Group 1s including the George Ryder Stakes, and Capstad, who captured the VRC Sires Produce Stakes, further highlighted 8 Carat's remarkable ability to breed champions. Diamond Lover by Sticks and Stones was another of her top performers, winning the Railway Stakes in 1987. Marquise by Gold and Ivory added to her legacy with victories in the Captain Cook Stakes. 8 Carat's breeding career solidified her status as one of the most influential mares in Australasia, with her progeny accumulating 28 stakes victories between them. Her ability to produce consistently high-quality horses, especially at the highest level, made her a cornerstone of racing in the Southern Hemisphere and an integral part of breeding programs in Australia and New Zealand. At number 14, we have Lady Angela, a British-bred mare, earned her place as one of the most influential broodmares in racing history, thanks to her role as the foundation mare of E.P. Taylor's Winfield's Farm in Canada. Her most notable offspring was Niarctic, who became the Canadian Horse of the Year in 1958 and was a 7-time leading sire in Canada. However, it was Niarctic's most famous son, the legendary Northern Dancer, who secured Lady Angela's place in the annals of thoroughbred breeding history. Northern Dancer's remarkable success on the racetrack and as a sire in both North America and Europe made him one of the most influential stallions of the 20th century. Northern Dancer's bloodline continues to shape racing pedigrees today. In recognition of her profound impact, Lady Angela was inducted into the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame in 2010. At number 13, we celebrate Miesque. A dual Breeders' Cup Mile winner, is celebrated not only for her incredible career on the racetrack, but also for her lasting impact as a broodmare. Born in 1984, this daughter of Nureyev became a superior producer of racing talent, with her most notable offspring being the champion sire King Mambo. King Mambo sired numerous top-level performers, including Lemon Drop Kid, Henry the Navigator, and King Kamehameha, one of Japan's premier sires. Miesque's daughters also contributed greatly to her broodmare legacy, with Monovasia setting up a dynasty through her dual G1 winner Rumpelstiltskin, who is the dam of Yorkshire Oaks winner Tapestry. Miesque's moon became the grand dam of Breeders' Cup Mile winner Caraconti, demonstrating the far-reaching impact of her bloodline. Her influence can be found in many modern-day racing pedigrees, making her one of the most important broodmares in the history of racing. At number 12, we honor Lassie Dear, though not a standout racehorse herself, became an absolute cornerstone of American breeding due to her exceptional influence as a broodmare. A daughter of Buckpasser, she produced one of the most influential lines in U.S. racing with her daughter Weekend Surprise foaling AP Indy, winner of the Belmont Stakes, and Summer Squall, winner of the Preakness Stakes. These two became influential sires, cementing Lassie Dear's place in racing history. Another daughter, Charming Lassie, produced Lemon Drop Kid, another Belmont Stakes winner, further establishing Lassie Dear's legacy in the 9-furlong-plus division. Her progeny have influenced the American classic races for decades, with AP Indy's descendants dominating top-tier races. In addition, Lassie Dear's influence extends beyond North America. Her granddaughter, Love Me True, produced Ruler of the World, who won the prestigious Epsom Derby. At number 11, we salute Highclere. The 1,000 Guineas and Prix de Diane winner is a mare whose legacy resonates through multiple generations of champions, making her one of the most influential broodmares of the 20th century. Highclere's most prominent contribution comes through her grandsons, Nashwan, Naif, and Unfuane, all sons of her daughter Height of Fashion, who became key figures in European racing. Among the most notable of Highclere's descendants is Deep Impact, one of the most important sires in Japan and a progeny of Wind in Her Hair. Deep Impact has become a cornerstone sire, with his full brother Black Tide also becoming a successful sire. Deep Impact's descendants, such as Kitasan Black, continue to shine in Japanese racing, making Highclere a significant figure in the modern breeding landscape. Her granddaughter Ganati, winner of the 1,000 Guineas, further adds to Highclere's remarkable influence. Highclere's legacy as a prolific producer of champions remains a testament to the enduring power of her bloodline in both European and Japanese racing. At number 10, Glorious Song, a U.S. champion older female, made her mark not only on the racetrack, but as one of the most influential broodmares in modern thoroughbred breeding. While she enjoyed success as a racehorse, it was her progeny that truly showcased her legacy. Her son Rehi, although not a top-tier racehorse, became an outstanding sire in the U.S., producing notable runners like Serena's Song and Mariah's Storm. Of these two, Mariah's Storm proved more influential. She is the dam of Giant's Causeway, one of the most important stallions in the world, and the grand dam of notable horses like Marvelous, Gleneagles, and Storm the Stars. Glorious Song also foaled Rakeen, a successful South African sire, and Singspiel, who won Grade 1 races on 3 continents. Singspiel's progeny included notable horses like Solo and Dar Re Mi. Glorious Song's impact is profound, with all 3 of her daughters producing top-level winners, further cementing her legacy in global thoroughbred breeding. At number 9, Fall Aspen, a U.S.-bred mare, had a racing career marked by Group 1 success and left behind a worldwide legacy as a broodmare. Her offspring include notable winners like Northern Aspen and Timber Country, with the latter winning the Preakness Stakes. Fall Aspen's influence truly expanded through her descendants, especially through Colorado Dancer, whose son Dubai Millennium became one of the most important sires in the world. His most influential son, Dubawi, has become a dominant force in international breeding. Additionally, Fall Aspen's daughter, Ella Sul, produced top-class performers like Maythoff and El Nadim, further expanding her influence. Fall Aspen's impact remains profound, with descendants like Dubawi and Intello continuing to shape the breeding world today. At number 8, Coup de Folie, a high-class French juvenile who went on to become an influential broodmare, producing 3 Grade 1 winners in her early years, including Machiavellian, Exit to Nowhere, and Coup de Génie. Machiavellian became a prominent sire, most notably producing the Dubai World Cup winner Street Cry, who sired champions like Zenyatta and Street Sense. Additionally, Coup de Folie's other foals, such as Coup de Génie, continued her legacy through top-level winners like Bago and Denebola. Her progeny had a broad impact across multiple continents, with Machiavellian's line still seen in top international sires. At number 7, Urban Sea, one of the most distinguished race mares of her generation. But it was her remarkable achievements as a broodmare that cemented her place in history. As the dam of Galileo, she became the cornerstone of Coolmore's breeding program, with Galileo establishing himself as one of the most important sires of all time. Additionally, Urban Sea produced See the Stars, another outstanding sire, and Black Sam Bellamy, who also made his mark as a sire. Her daughters, including My Typhoon, All Too Beautiful, and Malika, have also produced top-level stakes winners, contributing further to her legacy. Urban Sea's influence is felt across both European and international breeding programs, with several of her descendants continuing to shape the future of thoroughbred racing. At At number 6, Blush with Pride, a winner of the Kentucky Oaks and Santa Susana Stakes, earned her place as a broodmare of distinction despite never producing a G1 winner herself. Instead, she left a legacy through her daughters, particularly Better Than Honor and Miesque, both of whom made substantial impacts as broodmares. Better Than Honor is especially notable, having produced Belmont Stakes winners Jazeel and Rags to Riches. Her record-breaking sale at auction $14 million, and her granddaughter Streaming, a G1 winner, further solidify her place in breeding history. Miesque also continued the legacy, producing Peeping Fawn, a quadruple G1 winner, and The Way You Are, the sire of Toast of New York. Smolensk, another of Blush with Pride's daughters, produced the G1-placed stallion Can the Man. Blush with Pride's offspring are recognized as some of the finest bloodstock, with her lineage remaining influential in the racing world. At number 5, Bahamian, a daughter of Mill Reef, has had a lasting impact, particularly through her grandsons and great-grandsons. One of her most significant contributions to breeding is through Oasis Dream, a leading sire in Europe, and Beat Hollow, another important sire. Kingman, one of her great-grandsons, has become one of the most sought-after sires, standing at Banstead Manor Stud in the UK. Bahamian's daughter Coraline also added to her legacy, producing multiple Group 1 winners, including Reefscape. While Bahamian herself had success in staying distances, her legacy is now being defined by speed, particularly through her daughter Hope, who produced fast offspring with speedy sires. At number 4, Alruccaba was a minor juvenile winner, but her true influence lies in her female descendants, particularly through her daughters and granddaughters. She produced 13 foals, with 11 of them being fillies, many of whom went on to become pattern winners or G1 placed. Aussie Rules, a top-class miler, as well as Michelangelo and Midas Touch, both St. Leger placed, are among her most significant descendants. The influence of Alruccaba extends through her daughters. Last second produced Aussie Rules, Alleluia Foaled Allegretto, and Alouette is responsible for Albanova and Albarada. Her daughter Jude made an even greater mark at stud, producing high-class fillies like Yesterday and the pair Quarter Moon and Diamonds and Rubies. Alruccaba's descendants continue to dominate European breeding programs, with many of her descendants visiting the best sires in Europe, ensuring her legacy will last for generations to come. At number 3, we have Leslie's Lady. The 2016 Broodmare of the Year is undeniably one of the most influential broodmares of the past decade. A daughter of Tricky Creek, this exceptional mare produced some of the most successful thoroughbreds in modern racing, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Among her progeny, Into Mischief, a Grade 1 winner and leading sire, stands out as one of the most dominant sires of the 21st century. Her 4-time Eclipse Award-winning filly Beholder is another testament to Leslie's Lady's remarkable impact, amassing 11 Grade 1 victories and over $6.1 million in earnings. But her legacy doesn't stop there. Mendelssohn, a Breeders' Cup juvenile turf champion and another top sire, further solidified her reputation as a broodmare of distinction. Additionally, America's Joy, a daughter of American Pharaoh, sold for a jaw-dropping $8.2 million at the 2019 Keeneland September yearling sale, highlighting the commercial appeal of Leslie's Lady's bloodline. Across her 15 foals, 9 went to the racetrack, and 7 became winners, with her progeny collectively generating over $13 million in sales. Her impact at Clarkland Farm, where she lived out her days, has been immeasurable, securing the farm's financial future and cementing her as a cornerstone of their breeding program. At number 2, Mumtaz Mahal, one of the most extraordinary fillies of her era, not just for her speed on the racetrack, but for her transformative influence as a broodmare. Known as the Flying Filly, Mumtaz Mahal dominated the sprint races of her time, securing 5 major wins, including the Queen Mary Stakes and the Molcombe Stakes, all by the time she was a 2-year-old. Despite a less stellar 3-year-old campaign, her legacy was truly cemented once she retired to breeding duties at the Aga Khan's Shashun stud. Her pedigree traced back to legendary bloodlines, and at stud, Mumtaz Mahal became an influential producer, foaling several prominent sires and winners. One of her standout offspring was Mahal, the dam of Mahmoud, an Epsom Derby winner who would go on to sire champions in the US. Another daughter, Mumtaz Begum, was bred to Nirko, producing Nasrullah, a sire whose bloodline would forever shape racing, including through his famous son, Bold Ruler, the sire of Secretariat. Mumtaz Mahal's other offspring, such as Abernon, Petite Étoile, and Royal Charger, were instrumental in further shaping modern thoroughbred racing and breeding. Her line would also contribute to later legends like Shergar and Zarkava. Mumtaz Mahal's legacy remains integral to elite sprinters, classic winners, and influential sires in today's pedigrees, proving her lasting dominance in the history of horse racing. At number 1, Pocahontas 1837 holds the title of the greatest broodmare in thoroughbred history, with her influence still felt in modern pedigrees nearly 2 centuries later. Though her racing career was rather underwhelming, placing in major events but never winning due to her being a roarer, it was as a broodmare that Pocahontas made an indelible mark on the breed. Sired by Glencoe, Pocahontas produced 3 of the most significant sires of the 19th century: Stockwell, Rodaplan, and King Tom. Stockwell, known as the Emperor of Stallions, led the sire ranking 7 times and became one of the most important sires in history. Rodaplan was known for his stamina and durability, while King Tom produced Derby winner Kingcraft and was a key contributor to stamina-rich bloodlines. Pocahontas's influence was not confined to her sons. Her daughters, including Ayacanora, Araucaria, and Auricula, produced classic winners and other top broodmares. Araucaria in particular produced 3 classic winners, reinforcing Pocahontas's immense genetic legacy. Even in her final years, Pocahontas continued to produce high-quality offspring, ensuring her lasting impact on thoroughbred breeding. These legendary broodmares have left an unforgettable mark on the world of horse racing. Comment below which broodmare is your favorite, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content.